Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I'm in the house with two beauties. Here with me I have the Shirogorov Lee Williams collaboration 110KS and the Shirogorov Brad Southard collaboration Russian Flippin Tanto for a quick comparison review. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's see what do we have here, guys, because these are two beauties. Beautiful knives. Incredible craftsmanship, fantastic fit and finish. Everything is just top-notch here. In fact, these are two collaborations between Shirogorov and Lee Williams in this case, and with Brad Southard in this one. So these are two, both these guys are very, very big. And like, for example, the 110 is close to like 10 inches, like 9.75 inch long in length with a 4.5 inch long blade. So not a small boy by any means. Whereas the Southard collaboration is, I would say, 4.25 inches with a blade with an overall length of 9. I would say around 3 inches. So both of these guys are pretty big, but let's see how they are different, because they are both titanium frame locks. They are both fantastic knives, and they both are employing some custom division solutions, and they are just great by any means, and they are both very expensive. But for example, if you just check the handles, like, you see that they are both 3D milled titanium handles, and they both have a central part, in this case, like this central area, with some micro milling going on. You can see maybe like that, the fine milling going on, and there's two sides which are there's no fine milling, like this one and this one over here. And same thing happens for the Russian Flippin Tanto. You have the central area with these wavy micro-milled grooves, which are just mesmerizing, really beautiful, and these two sides which are flush. Of course, external chamfering and internal chamfering for both of these guys. Inside, you're gonna be noticing that these are sporting some pretty extensive skeletonization to reduce the weight, and you can see even here maybe a little bit more on the kickstop. And you're gonna see that they are both sporting very cool titanium blue anodized back spacers. Look at this. Look at this stuff, guys. So a little bit more elaborate on the Flippin Tanto than in this guy, just a central groove, and here you have 3 oval grooves and 1 longer right there. So in the lanyard hole is integrated into the back spacer in the kickstop, and it's just in the Russian Flippin Tanto, it's just created with this kind of like standoff and like a dip, like a divot kind of thing for the backspacer. So that's how you're gonna do your lanyard. You turn it around and you're gonna see some other differences. Like, for example, the kickstop is sporting a hidden screw blue anodized titanium pocket clip, whereas the Russian Flippin Tanto has a titanium 3D milled, of course, pocket clip with the visible screw. Because the construction is a little bit different. Even if in the from the show side you see only the pivot, on the back you can appreciate that there's no screw for the clip on the kickstop, but there's 2 screws here. Whereas the Russian Flippin Tanto has no screws on the handle and just this one passing through, so it's going to be long and reaching this side right there. Just a little difference right there. Another difference is the lock bar relief, because you can see that in the Tanto the relief cut, it's internal, whereas on the kickstop it's external, but done in a way that is fantastic. There's 5 grooves, because 5 is the number recurrent around here, like 5 holes, 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. It's all 5 and 5 and 5. So you see that the cutout is done differently. Very, very nice solution right over here. And also you're going to see that a blue anodization extends onto the custom division type screws, and the pivot collar, of course. In this case, it's not happening for the screws, because these are not custom division screws. These are just regular Shirogorov screws, and the clip is not anodized, but the pivot collar are matching, of course, the back spacer. Also, another difference to notice is that the Kickstop is running on, they're both, sorry, running on roller bearings, single row roller bearings, but the Russian Flippin Tanto is sporting an M390 blade. Of course, is a Tanto, and the Lee Williams is using S90V steel, which is looks like to be the way to go for the latest at least custom division product models from Shirogorov. So you can also notice that the blade in the case of the Lee Williams has a deep engraved Shirogorov logo and Lee Williams Kickstop right here on the primary bevel, and it has a dual tone finish. Maybe if I clean it up you can see better. There's a dual tone finish for the blade, nice flats, polished, and just a beautiful, gorgeous, very, very fine stone washed blade. Also there's another difference because the Kickstop has been made in 300 total knives, and there's 3 color configuration. There's the blue, there's the amber bronze, and then there's the gray, so 100 each, whereas the Russian Flippin Tanto is made only in 200 of these guys. And you can also see that there's some very, very different mechanism to deploy the blade. So they're both flippers, but if you check these 2 flipper tabs, they're both like very, very unobtrusive, but there's a profound difference between these 2 guys, and you can see that this is the Kickstop mechanism, of course, and it works like a charm. And you see that this flipper tab, it's exposed when you want to deploy the blade, and then it disappears. So basically it stays right here on top because it's a separate piece, and the stop pin is internal to the flipper tab, which then gets caught and comes out. So as you can see, there's an area here where the flipper tab is just like freely moving, and then it just catches the tang and then just gets into the position. Whereas on the Brad Southard is just like a very unobtrusive, nicely jimped flipper tab, and you're gonna need a little bit of learning curve to deploy it with a push button, because I can't really do it. I'm gonna have to do like a light switch like that, and the action is just gorgeous. The action on the Kickstop is also very similar. It's a little bit less drop shotty than the Russian Flippin Tanto, but it's a little bit smoother, a little bit more controlled, and I truly, truly appreciate that for sure. Let's check out the weight of these guys. So the Russian Flippin Tanto is going to be 5.06 ounces, whereas this 110 is 5.24 ounces, so just a tad heavier than that. And then you can see another thing, it's a little bit different. The stainless steel lock face insert is screwed in from the outside on the Russian Flippin Tanto, and on the inside for the 110 you can see the screw poking, not really poking, but just there, and there's a raised area to secure the screw which is screwed in from the inside. They are both sporting some over travel stop for the lock bar, both integrated into the stainless steel lock face insert. Very, very nice. And you're gonna see that both of these guys have a centering back spacer, a little bit deeper for the Kickstop, and just flush for the Russian Flippin Tanto. very, very cool. I mean, this detail over here is just fantastic. So I think these are the most evident differences between these two knives, which are both gorgeously executed, in my opinion. I love these two guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please consider to subscribe. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned.